It's not about the money, money, money. Yeah, we don't need your money, money, money. We just want to make the world. Oh, you're on. Hey guys, got another story for you. About, what have we got? 24 I was, 16 years ago. I was at a personal development seminar. And the guy who was talking was just freaking awesome. And I just took in everything he was saying, and he dropped this little one-liner that stuck with me all these years. And his little one-liner was, it's the numbers that tell the story doesn't tell the story. Now, he gave this example, and he said, imagine if Matthew Hayden goes out to bat in a test match in the first innings, and he gets bowled for 4 runs. And at the press conference that night, the press are into him. And they're like, Matt, what happened? And he goes, oh, look, I've been in the nets. I've been, seeing the ball really well, and he's talking and carrying on, and he's telling a story, right? In the second innings, he comes out and redeems himself and scores 175. And they go, hey, Matty, how you playing? And he goes, 175 runs, mate. How do you think I'm playing? The numbers tell the story doesn't tell the story. So for your own reference, when you ask someone a question, they start telling you a story, maybe you just want to hear the numbers. Anyway, I mentioned last week that in the Friday wrap, I said I just love numbers. Don't know what it is. I just do. I see patterns in numbers. Everything for me is numbers. So this week we've called our little presentation Numbers, Numbers, Numbers. A little advice warning basically says I was never here and I didn't say anything. No, it doesn't. It says that if you're going to take some action, make sure you get the appropriate advice. Give me a call. We'll go through your situation and see how it goes and see how it looks for you. All right, let's look at some numbers. And leading into this, I want to share another quick story with you. I was at a client's house late last year, and we're chatting away, and their scenario is very similar to this. They've got $65,000 each in income. They were chatting between each other about their living and this and that. And I said, look, how much would you like to live off when you retire? And they go, oh gosh, I don't know. And I said, well, there's this entity called ASFA, the Association of Super Funds of Australia. They suggest that $62,000 would provide a comfortable standard of living for a couple. And the lady looked at the husband and gave him a jab and jokingly said, you better work hard, buddy, because there's no way no one I can live on $62,000 a year. We chatted away and had a joke and had a laugh, and it got me thinking, and that thinking then created this little tool. So let's have a look at what this tool actually does. Because when we chat to our clients and we say, how much would you like to live off in retirement? How much wealth do you need to accumulate? And are you on track? It's the first question which is important. And it's the first question where people don't really know how much they're living on now, let alone how much they want to live on who knows how many years down the track. So that's what this tool's about. So they each earn $65,000. After tax, that's $104,000. They had a car loan, had a couple of kids going to school, and we all know they're not cheap. And so they're after tax, after the costs, which they wouldn't really find themselves with in retirement, was $53,000. So if they were to get to retirement on $62,000, they're actually going to get a pay rise. But let's have a look at more numbers. Let's assume they said, you know what, if we're living on that now, and that seems okay, let's hit retirement on that same number, $54,000. They would need to accumulate, if they retired when they were entitled to the age pension, $371,000 in wealth. Now, you might go, that doesn't seem like a lot of money to generate $54,000. Well, in Australia, we have the age pension. And this couple is going to receive $37,000 of their $54,000 from the government in the form of an age pension. So they only need their $371,000 to generate about $17,000 a year. As you can see here, if a couple who own their home have up to $394,000 in assets, they will receive the full age pension, which for these guys, they fully qualify because they had $371,000 in other assets. And as I've said, they'll get $37,000. Numbers, numbers, numbers. Let's look at some more numbers. What about, even though they would have that 54,000 now, what if they said, you know what, we wouldn't mind living on 62,000. We like the idea of a pay rise when we retire. Well, if they want to live on that 62,000, they need to get to $673,000. Now, let me click back a slide. 54,000 needed 371. 62 needs 673. An extra $8,000 a year up here. You need an extra $302,000. You're probably going, that doesn't seem right. Well, it's because your money, if you only had that 371, isn't going to provide you, not $17,000, $25,000 a year and last you for that 30-year period we've set up here that you intend to live in your retirement. So you need to tap more into your capital. If you tap more into your capital, you're going to increase the capital and be somewhere in here and then reduce this amount here. And so it's all a numbers game. So in this example, $62,000 a year, you need $673,000. In the first instance, you'll start to have, eat more into your capital because you're getting less pension. And then as you start to get down to, a lower amount, maybe that sort of 371, you get the full age pension, which means you're less reliant on your own money. So it's all about the money. Sorry, all about the numbers. And bringing back to that silly song I was singing at the start, it's a great song. It's not about the money, money, money. But if you look at it, it is, especially when you're talking about yourself. And I'm non-emotional towards your numbers. You might be emotional towards your numbers. I'm not. Our job, I mentioned the Your Wealth, Your Way process, is to understand where you're at now and help you make changes that are going to get you to retirement in the best fashion possible so that you can live this life, which is a representation of this line here. But what's important is that you're here now, that you make the right choices through all these years to get this to become as big a number as possible. As I said, I'm sitting down with the client. We didn't have this tool, so we made the tool. I think it's a great tool. I think everybody should know this information. Where are you at now? What does it produce? What are the expenses that you won't have in retirement? And what are you currently living off? How does that relate to what you'd like to live off in retirement? And then what do you need to accumulate? And then we go back a step or forward a step and go, where are you and where are you headed? And is it going to tick all the boxes? If not, is there changes that you need to make? Maybe it does tick the boxes, but you're going to get to here, whereas you can get to there with some changes. I don't know, but that's what we're here to help. And as I said, it's all about the numbers. So talking about us being here to help, I hope you're enjoying these Friday wraps. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from clients, which is great. If you want to talk about, or you want me to talk about any particular, idea or topic, let me know. I'm enjoying creating them. But if you want to have a look at how your scenario would fit in these numbers, give me a call, send me an email. That's the office number. That's the email, 0402 866 869. That's my mobile. I love chatting. You know that. Not a very good singer. You found that out as well. But leave it there, guys. Hope you have a great week. Talk to you soon.